first step on this. First you need to break your plan, break your project, your campaign, your event, whatever it is you're planning, break it down into different realms. Right? So for an entire campaign, for just a quick diverge, we might have a finance kind of part of the campaign, a field part of the campaign, or voter contact, a message part, maybe we'll have a part of the plan to deal with our online strategy. So we might break the campaign down in realms like that. For this example, for the event, for this healthcare rally, we're going to identify some key realms like crowd, right? How are we going to build a crowd and get people to show up to our rally? It's always a sad sight to see a rally with nobody there, right? We might have like media. How are we going to get the press to come to our rally and to write favorable pieces about it? And it's also always sad to see a really great rally and no press there, right? We might also have like logistics. We might have budget. We might have program, who the speakers are going to be. These are all potential realms we might identify as ways to break up this plan that we're going to write to plan a rally for healthcare. Right? So figure out what are the different areas that you can kind of segment things off to. And then for each one of these different realms, you're going to set specific measurable goals. Right? So for the crowd, so we're going to plan a healthcare rally here in Westchester. How many people would you get to show? We've got bottom of page 19, setting SMART goals. What's a specific, measurable, and achievable goal for number of people to show up at a healthcare rally? What do you think?
120.
100? 120? All right. We're going to get those extra 20. The last class I only tried to do for 100, so we're gonna push it here, 120. But if we want to get 120 people to show up, how many people should we try to get to tell us are going to show up?
240.
240. Rule of halves, right? All right. So the 240 commits, we'll get 120 people at the rally. Wonderful. Now, if I was really going to spend a lot of time to really go through and plan this out, I would probably break this goal down. We need to get 240 commitments, so what are the tactics we're going to use to get these? We might have phone banks calling people. We might be using our email lists and Facebook. We might be putting up flyers in areas. We might be forming partnerships and coalitions with other organizations that are going to get their members out. Figure out what each of these tactics are, and then set a goal for each tactic. So phone calls are going to get us 75 people, and our coalition partners are going to get us 100, and our emails and Facebook are going to get us another 70, something like that. But figure out what's the sub goal for each one, and then as you're planning this out, you can tell which tactic worked to the effect that we thought it did, which ones didn't, and then you can make adjustments going forward. For something like media, all right. So media is a little trickier, right? We want to get, what's our goal? We want to get good press coverage. Great. That's not specific and it's not measurable. What's a way we can set a measurable goal for media coverage?
Above the fold story in the local paper.
Well, that's I guess the way we could actually kind of quantify the outreach for it. Okay, but I'm looking for something else. But above the fold isn't bad. What's another way that we can tell after the rally whether or not our press outreach is a success? In the back.
I thought you meant how to get media. I was going to say call a reporter and ask him to.
Yes, well that would go on our plan, but Ellery is going to talk about all that stuff tomorrow. So we'll leave how to do it up to him.
Well, you want representatives from various types of media. You want to have somebody from newspapers, somebody from TV.
So how many from the newspaper? How many? So that our goal is we're quantifying it, right? So we want to say, let's say we want to get 7 press hits.
We only got one paper.
Well, and then we'll break it down. So maybe 1 print, 1 TV, 1 radio, and 4 online. Yeah. It's one of the things you got to do. I always tell people, I'll tell people about this in the online strategy stuff tomorrow, but you got to make your own media these days. If the press and the TV crews aren't showing up, then show up with the camera, make your own cool YouTube video and send it around. If the reporters aren't writing, take a bunch of great pictures and write your own blog post, and then you can send it around that way and still get your message out. So, all right, and then keep doing this down. Break your thing down into other ones. We might do logistics, we might do budget, press, program, who's speaking. All these different realms is a part of our plan. And what this does, again, is allows us to delegate out tasks effectively. So it'd be like, all right, you four, your responsibility is this part of the plan, making sure that we get the crowd built. All right, so these are the things that you're going to be responsible for taking on. And you folks over here, you're going to be responsible for this part of the plan and making sure that our media outreach is really good. So it allows you to more easily delegate out these tasks and really empower people with responsibility to get them done.